Erica Natividad at Beach Blast in North York. Today's weather doesn't exactly scream beach volleyball, but that's why facilities like this exist, so members of the public can play and train during the winter months. But unfortunately, Beach Blast will be closing its doors for good at the end of the month. This building was purchased and the lease legally terminated. The owners say that the rent was just too high.
It's not that they wouldn't have us as a tenant, but the rents have gone triple what we're used to paying, and that's just too big of a gap in our business model currently.
Gumar Shermer, known as George to most, moved to Canada from the former Czechoslovakia and was one of the men who helped open Beach Blast.
For me, when we opened up, my kids were in early teens to mid-teens. They grew up here. Now they're full-grown adults doing their own things, and they are crying like little babies that this place is shutting down. That is the most painful for me, because they don't really understand why a successful business model like this has to shut down.
Here comes another one.
That's good. That's really good.
The 30,000 square foot facility first opened in 1997. Beginning in 2001, before the National Beach Volleyball Training Center was built in Downsview, Beach Blast served as Volleyball Canada's main facility, where hopefuls would spike, block, and bump their way to Olympic-level competition.
Swing like an elephant.
One.
Perfect.
Future Olympians, beach volleyball athletes, whenever you needed a place to train, you'd phone up George from Beach Blast and he would find a way to find a spot for you, even if it meant opening early. I remember when we used to train 6 a.m., he'd be there warming up the place, getting the place ready for us.
It's definitely unfortunate. It's pretty sad, to be honest, just because of the legacy it had, people, the community it brought together, what it did for volleyball in Canada, and how long it's been there. It's kind of like something you almost took for granted because it's been there for so long, so it's hard to imagine the city without Beach Blast.
Gluskin says upwards of 700 people play here as part of leagues once a week. That's in addition to the hundreds of others who use the facility for events like fundraisers or just to play. Aside from the National Training Center and Beach Blast, North Beach in Scarborough is the only other indoor beach ball facility in Toronto. Where are these folks going to go now?
There are 11 courts that exist in the GTA, have been around for a while, and they're busy. They're already at capacity or close to it.
I feel bad for the future of beach volleyball because there is no new facility opening up anywhere in this country because of the cost of the land.
Now, the owners have been actively looking for another place where they could potentially open up once again, but there's no guarantee where or even if that will happen.